Bronx Knights Baseball. I am RC Robbin. If you happen to be watching this on YouTube, please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps. Much appreciated. So anyway, this is a created franchise on MLB The Show. The Bronx Knights have been wedged into the American League West division. Their record, as you can see right on the screen, they're in first place in the AL West. They're 63-34, and they have a 6-game lead over the Seattle Mariners in the West. So let's go to the calendar, and as you can see, the All-Star game has been played, and now we begin the second half of the season at home against the Chicago White Sox, a 3-game set. And Eli Ramos will pitch this game. View the organization's games. Play game. Okay. Would you like to stop simulating? No, because I'm not interested in the AAA All-Star game. So the Devil Rays acquire Francisco Mejia from the Angels. I don't really care. Let's skip it. Okay. I don't really care. Play full game. We are the home team at Classic Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Eli Ramos. And everybody is nice and rested from the All-Star break. So let's get the show on the road. Thank you for joining me. Let's do this. Welcome to Classic Yankee Stadium for a Major League matchup as the Chicago White Sox visit the Bronx Knights. On the mound for the Knights is Eli Ramos, making his 21st appearance. He's 13-2 with a 3.22 earned run average. He is the front runner for the American League Cy Young Award. And leading off for the White Sox is Hanley Ramirez, 316 homers, 60 runs batted in on the season. Comes the first pitch of the game. And it's a line drive, long run for Michael O'Rourke. He makes the catch. Diving, rolling catch for the first out of the game. Starting lineup for the White Sox. Hanley Ramirez just got robbed. He leads off. Sean Root is in center. Yordan Alvarez in left. Reggie Jackson in right. Jason Giambi at first. Nomar Mazara at DH. Chris Bryant at third. Josh Van Meter at second. And I have no idea who is batting ninth for the Chicago White Sox. Sean Root, 309, 1 homer, 9 runs batted in. Steps in with 1 out here in the top of the first. Takes it high, but called a strike by the home plate umpire. Bronx Knights are 29 games over 500. That is Matthew Saps at shortstop today and Max Lukalich in center field. So the count is 0-1 on Root. And it is a line drive over the head of the second baseman and into right field for a 1-out single. Here's the replay from Root.
The left fielder, number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
Yordan Alvarez is up next. He is hitting .318, 22 homers, and 66 runs batted in. He's up there with a runner at first and only 1 out. Fastball's in there, strike 1. Yordan Alvarez. He's off. Strong throw, but not in time. Root steals second. He's runner in scoring position with only 1 out. Stole it on the pitcher. Wasn't paying any attention to him. So the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, and that's deep. That pitch is gone. It's a 2-0 lead for the Chicago White Sox. Alvarez hit a 2-run shot, his 23rd of the season. And they've got the early lead here in the first. Here's the replay. So next up is Reggie Jackson, Hall of Famer, 271, 18 homers, 51 runs batted in. It's a 2-0 lead for the White Sox here in the first. Pitch is down and in, ball 1. Two balls and no strikes. Splitter in there, strike one. Woody Keller is the man calling balls and strikes today. Strike two. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. On Reggie Jackson, Mr. October. Pitch is low. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in the top of the first comes the payoff pitch. And he pops him up right behind home plate. Millo is there. Catcher makes the catch for out number 2. So next up to the plate is Jason Giambi. 251, 7 homers, 26 runs batted in on the season. Splitter is in there, strike one. Jason has 571 career home runs in this fictional baseball season. Fouls off the next pitch. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Jason. And it is a lazy fly ball to the center fielder. Lukelich makes the catch to retire the side, but not before Yordan Alvarez hits a 2-run shot and gives the White Sox an early 2-0 advantage. On the mound here for the White Sox is Tanner Tully, making his 20th start of the season. He's 6-5 with a 5.24 earned run average. And leading off for the Bronx Knights is all-star Max Lukelich. He's hitting .333, 4 homers, 28 runs batted in. He also carries an 8-game hitting streak into this contest. And he pulls the fastball foul, strike one. Is not true. 28 runs batted in is not second on the team. Far from it. And he skies it to left. There is the left fielder. He makes the catch, out number 1. Starting lineup for the Knights. Max just flew out. Don Mattingly's at first. Chris Ramos at second. Michael O'Rourke is in left. Jacob Salazar is the DH today. Benny LoCicero in right. Matt Termini at third. Matt Saps is your shortstop. And Anthony Millo is behind the plate. So Mattingly's hitting .312, 18 homers, 72 runs batted in. He's up there with 1 out. And he fouls off the high fastball, strike one. Check that, is 18 homers and 73 runs batted in. He was not a starter for the All-Star team, but he was on the squad. He was on the roster. And that's a line drive up the middle, base hit for Don Mattingly. And the Knights have a base runner with 1 out. We're going to get a replay? Let's go, come on. Oh, no replay. So Chris Ramos, .371, 38 homers, 95 runs batted in. All 3 categories are first in the American League. So thoughts of the Triple Crown are dancing in his head. 1 out runner at first. And he grounds the slider foul up the third base line, strike one. If you want to think of things negatively, he has driven into 15 double plays this season so far. Pitch is outside, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. White Sox are 20 games over 500 in first place in the American League Central. And he hits a deep drive towards the left center field gap, but there is the outfielder to make the catch for out number 2. Next up is Michael O'Rourke, also an all-star, hitting .338, 22 homers, 71 runs batted in. He also has 13 steals on the season. He was the starter for the American League in left field. And he hits it high and deep. That ball is gonzo, ladies and gentlemen, and this ball game is tied. A 2-run shot, O'Rourke's 23rd of the season. And just like that, the score is tied at 2. And as usual, Michael O'Rourke does his antics around the bases. I don't know why the third base umpire would endorse that kind of behavior, but hey, whatever works. The team is happy. So let's see the replay. Terrible replay. Give me another angle. All right, never mind. So next up is Jacob Salazar, the shortstop. He's hitting .336, 12 homers, 60 runs batted in. There's 2 outs here in the first. So that was a 2-out, 2-run homer to tie the ball game. Pitches outside, ball 1. So it's the first game of the second half. My intention is to play every inning of every game of this 162-game schedule. Oh, did it go? Is it gone? It is gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That is back-to-back and belly-to-belly. And just like that, on Jacob Salazar's 13th home run of the season, the score is 3-2 Bronx Knights. Hoo-ah! Oh, yeah! So as I was saying, it's the first game of the second half. Benny LoCicero has been cold in his last 8 games. He's 5 for his last 28. Overall, he's .281, 20 homers, 74 runs batted in. Score is 3-2 here in the first. And he fouls off the first pitch, strike 1. And he nubs it foul at home plate, and the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on LoCicero. Fouls it back to the screen. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. The drought for LoCicero continues. But the Bronx Knights score 3 in the bottom of the first, and at the end of 1, they lead 3-2. Top of the second, stepping in for the White Sox, Nomar Mazara hitting .280 on the season. Ramos steals. Fouls it back to the screen, strike 1. He's got 10 runs batted in his last 10 games. Pretty consistent. And the shift was on. The only fielder on the left side, which was Matt Termini, makes the play for out number 1. Defense for the Bronx Knights in the outfield from left to right is O'Rourke, Lukalich, and LoCicero. And in the infield is Matt Termini, Matthew Saps, Chris Ramos, Don Mattingly, and Anthony Millo behind the plate. The Bronx Knights are 6th in the American League in fielding percentage. So next up is Chris Bryant, hitting .294 on the season. Steps up to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 1. He has 16 homers and 46 runs batted in on the season. Breaking ball in there, strike 2.
0-2.
Slow roller up the middle. The shift was on. From the shortstop side of second base, Ramos makes the play for out number 2.
Batting it, the second baseman, Josh Van Meter.
Josh Van Meter steps up. He's hitting .233, 8 homers, 34 runs batted in. There's 2 outs here in the top of the second. Ramos deals. And he pulls it foul for strike 1. And it's a slow roller. There is the shortstop, Saps, from the second base side. Makes the play, side retired. So after 1.5, it's a 1-run ball game. Bronx Knights lead 3-2. So the bottom of the second, Matt Termini steps up. He has been cold. It's 3 for his last 18. Overall, 291, 6 homers, 46 runs batted in. Pitch is low, ball 1. Termini was 0 for 5 in his last game before the All-Star break. Oh, and this one's a deep drive. It's got a chance, and no one's gonna get this one. It is gonna go one hop to the wall. And by the time they get that ball in, it is going to be a leadoff double for Matt Termini, his 23rd of the season. Doubles leaders on the Bronx Knights. As you can see, leadoff man Max Lukulich is the man who paces the team with 32 in the first half. So, with a runner at second and nobody out, Matt Saps steps up. He has been hot in his last 6 games. He's hitting .391, 9 for his last 23. He also has 14 homers and 54 runs batted in on the season. Termini leads off second. Here comes, he sets and delivers. And that one's going down into the corner. That's got a chance. It is Gonzo. A 2-run home run for Matthew Saps, his 15th of the season. And the score is now 5-2. Knights lead. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. See this replay. Line drive shot down the left field line. Just clears the 318 sign. So still nobody out here in the bottom of the second. Anthony Millo, the number 9 hitter, steps up, takes a pitch outside. He is hitting .239, 7 homers, 36 runs batted in. Count is 1-0 on the catcher. And he pulls it, ropes it down the left field line, but into the seats. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is low, count is 2 balls, 1 strike. Tully has not been effective. And it's a lazy fly ball to the center fielder. He makes the catch for the first out here in the bottom of the second. Defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox in the outfield is Alvarez, Root, and Jackson. And in the infield from left to right is Bryant, Ramirez, Van Meter, Jason Giambi at first with MJ Melendez behind the plate. Chicago White Sox are number 7 in fielding percentage. So Max Lukulich steps in for his second plate appearance and takes a strike 1 down the middle. Flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1. Pitch is outside. Count evens 1 ball, 1 strike. Two and 1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And it is through the hole. Oh, wait, no. Deep in the hole. It's short. No chance. It's an infield single. He was impressive enough that the shortstop was able to get his glove on it. But it is a single for Max. Up steps Don Mattingly. He already has a hit in this game. So I'm sure he'll take a few pitches with Lukulich and all of his speed at first. Pitches inside, ball 1. Donnie's average is up to 314 on the season. And it's a pitch out, but Lukulich was not stealing on that pitch. His last 3 games, Donnie Baseball is 6 for 14. It's a 429 clip. Outside, count is 3 balls and no strikes. Chris Ramos is on deck. So will he have the green light on 3-0? I highly doubt it. In there, strike 1. So the count on Mattingly is 3-1, the hitter's count. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And he fouls it off. Count will be 3-2, full. 3-2, 1 out. Runner leads off first is Lukulich. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he pops it up on the right side, but it will make the seats. So we'll do it again. Full count pitch. Pitch is outside. Ball 4. So there'll be runners at first and second as Chris Ramos will step up to the plate. He flew out in the first. So for 1. Switch hitters hitting from the right side against the lefty Tully. Checks the swing. Pitches inside, ball 1. Max Lukulich is on second. Don Mattingly is on first. 1 out here in the second. It's a 5-2 lead for the Bronx Knights. Grounds it up the third base line, but it goes foul. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on the second baseman. Inside, count is 2-1. It's a dangerous hitter. Fouls off the slider, count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch count is way up on Tully this inning. Inside, full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners will lead off first and second. Will they be off with the pitch? Will they get a head start?
That's the ball.
And he walks him, so he walks the bases loaded here with 1 out. Michael O'Rourke already has a 2-run shot. There's nowhere to put him. So right-hander Dakota Hudson is warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Bases loaded, 1 out here with Michael O'Rourke at the plate. Way out in front of the curveball. Strike 1. Probably guessing fastball. Inside, backs him off the plate. Count is 1 ball and 1 strike on the left fielder. And he pops it foul and just out of the reach of the third baseman. The count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. You can tell that O'Rourke is a little anxious at the plate. Inside, count evens at 2-2. Checks the swing, or did he? Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. The count was full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nowhere to put him. Here comes the payoff pitch with 1 out. And he fouls off the high fastball, and we'll do it again. So this is his 45th pitch, and we're in 1 2/3 innings. 1 1/3, check that. And that's a line drive, which will fall in there, and it will. It's going to be, at the minimum, a 2-run double for Michael O'Rourke. And that's exactly what it is, and the score is now 7-2. Bronx Knights lead. It's his 28th double of the season, and he has 4 runs batted in already. It's only the second inning. So next up is Jacob Salazar, but the Chicago White Sox manager has seen enough. He's coming for the baseball. Tully will head to the showers earlier than expected. In relief for the White Sox is Dakota Hudson, making his 15th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 3-1. He does have a save. His ERA is 3.22. And he will face Jacob Salazar, who already has a home run today. His 13th. He's got 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 out. And it's a line drive base hit that may score them both. Here comes the throw to the plate. It is cut off. He throws it to second. He is safe. It's an RBI single, a 2-run single, and the score is 9-2. No, they're crediting him with a double. So that's his 22nd double of the season. I don't know if I agree with that from the scorer. I think he went to second on the throw home. But if they want to give him his 22nd double, he'll take it. So the score is 9-2. Still only 1 out here in the second. Outside corner strike to Benny LoCicero, the right fielder. He struck out in the first. He's a runner in scoring position and only 1 out. Pitch is outside. Count is 1-1. And it hits him. Oh, it hits him. What's his reaction?
Now batter, number 79.
Composed. You know what the intent was. So next up is the third baseman, Matt Termini. He has a hit in the first inning, or the second. Hit in his first at-bat. This is the second at-bat. And he pulls it, and it's got a chance to drop in there, but it will not. It's caught by the right field. Check that. The left fielder for the second out of the inning. So Alvarez makes the catch, and there's 2 away. So Matt Saps is up. Matt also had a 2-run home run in this game. Runners at first and second. Score is 9-2. Checks the swing. Curveball's outside. Ball 1. And that is a base hit through the box. And it's going to be an RBI single. Throw to third. It will actually, he backed off, but it'll be an RBI single. And the score is 10-2. Matt Saps now has 3 runs batted in this game. Looked like LoCicero rounding second might try to go to third, but seeing that the throw went to third, he decided to stay at second. So it's runner at first and second. Here with the number 9 hitter, Anthony Millo up. He flew out in the second. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss at the slider, strike 1. So they've scored 8 runs in this inning. That might be a high for this season in a single inning. Outside. Oh, it got away. Both runners will advance on the wild pitch, or will they call it a passed ball? Let's see the stat. Oh, they're calling it a wild pitch on Hudson. So on the wild pitch, here with 2 outs, now a single can score both. Anthony Millo, the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is outside, 2-1.
2-1.
And that's a base hit. And both runners will come in to score. It's a 2-run single for Anthony Millo, and the score is now 12-2. It is a complete blowout, as they've now scored 10 times in this second inning. So leadoff man is up yet again. Max Lukulich is 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. And he's a little late on the sinker, strike 1. Millo leads off first. In off the plate, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Max has scored 75 runs in this season so far, but got an entire second half to go. And that's a line drive that's going to drop in there, and it's a single for Lukulich. And with the 2-out hits, the inning continues. Runners are at first and second, still with only 2 outs. Next up is Donnie Baseball. He has a single and 2 runs scored. Officially, he is 1 for 1. And the pitch is just low, ball 1. Dakota Hudson has not done the job since coming in. It's 12-2, Bronx Knights lead. And they refuse to be retired. Fouls off the sinker, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Donnie Baseball. Outside, count is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Checks the swing, pitch is high. Hitters count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Runners are at first and second here with 2 outs. And that's a line drive which will be caught by Reggie Jackson, and mercifully this disaster of an inning is over. The Bronx Knights score 10 times, and at the end of 2 innings of baseball, they lead 12-2. Oh yeah! Pad those stats. So we go to the top of the third. Stepping in is the number 900, MJ Melendez, 233, 7 homers, 27 runs batted in. And the first pitch is in there, strike one. And it is a ground ball to the second baseman, backhands, and Ramos throws to first for the out number one.
Now batter, shortstop.
So the standings in the American League West, as you can see, the Bronx Knights lead the division by 5.5 games now. Seattle has been hot. So Hanley Ramirez steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a line out. One out here in the top of the third. And it's a deep drive. That one might go. Yeah, that's gone, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 12-3 ball game after Hanley Ramirez hits his 17th homer, a solo shot, here in the top of the third. Still a 9-run lead. But that'll quiet the crowd. Here's the replay. He really reached out and off the end of the bat served that into the outfield. So next up is Root. He singled in the first. Sean Root pitches in there, strike one. Swing and a miss at the breaking ball. Count is 0-2 on Sean. Swing and a miss, strike three, and there's 2 away. That is the first strikeout of the game for Chris Ramos. Wins leaders in the American League, as you can see, Eli has the lead with 13. If things stay the way they are right now, barring injury, he should have win number 14 by the end of today. His teammate is tied for second, 3-way tie for 11 wins, Joey Pollard. So, Yordan Alvarez hit a 2-run homer in the first. And at that time, it was a 2-0 ball game. So he hits it the other way, he slices it. O'Rourke makes a running catch, nice play. And the side is retired. So, they do get a run on the solo shot. And 2.5 innings of baseball, it's a 9-run lead. The Bronx Knights lead 12-3. So bottom of the third, up steps Chris Ramos. He has a walk and a run scored. Officially, he is 0 for 1 in this game. Usually when they score a bunch of runs, he has something to do with it, but not today. Checks his swing, pitches in the there for strike one. And he's out in front of the slider. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Chris Ramos. Down and in, ball one. Count is 1-2.
Play 12, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Checks his swing, pitches outside. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Just missed the edge.
Ball.
Full count, 3-2. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he fouls off the sinker, stays alive. We'll do it again. And he hits a line drive, which is heading for the gap, and it will roll all the way to the wall. And by the time that ball finds its way back to the infield, it will be a leadoff double for Chris Ramos. That's his 20th double of the season. And they have us runner in scoring position with nobody out. The damage shall continue. So next up is Michael O'Rourke. Michael is 2 for 2. He's got 4 runs batted in this game. Chance for number 5 at second base. But this one will be a shallow fly ball. Root makes the catch for out number 1. Bronx Knights' upcoming schedule is a 3-game set with this team, the Chicago White Sox, and then without a day off, they go for 4 against the Angels, and then they start a 3-game set against the Athletics. So up steps Jacob Salazar, the shortstop. He is 2 for 2 as well. He's got a homer and 3 runs batted in. Ramos leads off second. There's 1 away. And he hits this one deep, but it's in the gap, but it's playable by Root. He makes the catch for out number 2. So they get the leadoff man there with nobody out. Now there's leadoff. Now he's still there with 2 outs. Benny LoCicero is hit by a pitch today and scored a run. Officially, he is 0 for 1. And he has been slumping lately. Fouls off the sinker, strike 1. 21 doubles is not first on the Knights. That's incorrect. 32 doubles by Max Lukulich is first on the Knights. Outside count is 1 ball and 1 strike on Benny. And this one is going to head towards the gap, and nobody's going to get it. It is 1 hop to the wall. It's going to be an RBI double for Benny LoCicero, and the score is 13-3. And the hit parade continues. That's LoCicero's 22nd double of the season, and he is on the hit board like everybody else seems to be. So, pitching change. Toki Toussaint making his 40th appearance out of the bullpen. He's 2-2. He has a save. His ERA is 5.34. Does have 65 strikeouts in 60 innings pitched. So Matt Termini's 1 for 2 with a double. He has a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Outside, ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And he grounds it to his counterpart at third base. Throws across the diamonds to retire the side. But not before they get another run on the RBI double by Benny LoCicero. And at the end of 3 innings of baseball, it's a 10-run lead for the Bronx Knights. So, top of the 4th, Reggie Jackson steps up. He's 0 for 1. And he's a little late on the fastball, fouls it off for strike number 1. And it is a hard ground ball to the shortstop, Saps, but he makes the play for out number 1.
The first baseman, number 25,
Jason Giambi, first baseman, flew out in the first. He is 0 for 1. And this is a deep drive. Will it stay fair? If it does, it's gone. It is off the foul pole. It is a home run. Jason Giambi's 8th of the season, a solo shot, and it's 13-4. Let's watch the replay. Pulled it down the line. There was just a question as to whether or not it would stay fair or foul, and it doings off the foul pole. Here we'll watch it. You can even hear it. So next up is Nomar Mazara, who 0 for 1. 1 out here in the 4th. Pitches high and inside, ball 1.
1-0. Ball.
Off the plate inside count is quickly 2 balls and no strikes. In there, circle change, floats. Strike 1. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. The curveball inside. Count evens at 2-2. So provided things stay the way they are, Eli Ramos will be at 14-2 on the season. But he needs to get through 5 innings pitched. His ERA will obviously go up as a consequence of giving up 4 runs in 4 innings. Foul tip in the catcher's mitt for strike 3, and there are 2 away. That's strikeout number 2. So he doesn't have his best stuff, but on a day when your team gives you 13 runs of support, it's a good day. Chris Bryant, third baseman, grounded out in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. Outside corner, strike 1. As you can see, the shift is on. 3 infielders are on the left side, with only Mattingly on the right. We're expecting him to pull. Swinging and missing. The slider count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Oh my goodness. That one is gone. It is a solo shot. The 2nd home run of this inning. That's Chris Bryant's 17th of the season. And the score is 13-5. It is a home run clinic here at Classic Yankee Stadium today. Balls are just flying out. That one's estimated at 441 feet. Oof. Upper deck shot. Next up is Josh Van Meter. And he fouls it back to the screen, strike one. I think Ramos is going to pitch 5 innings, and that will be it for him. Swing and a miss over the circle change count is 0-2. This might be a little bit of a hangover from the All-Star break. He did start the game, pitched 1 inning. And he pulls it hard but foul. Count remains 0-2 with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the side is retired. But not before they scored 2 runs on 2 solo shots. And the score is 13-5. Bronx Knights lead. So we go to the bottom of the 4th. Matt Saps, playing shortstop today, is 2 for 2. He has a homer, single, he has 3 runs batted in. He will lead off against Toussaint here in the bottom of the 4th. Checks the swing, pitches outside, ball 1. And he grounds it to the first baseman. He makes the play. Giambi takes it himself for 1 way. So the line for Tanner Tully, 1 1/3 innings pitch he gave up. 7 hits, 2 walks, and 9 earned runs. That is an outing you would love to forget. So the next man up for the Knights is Anthony Millo. He has a 2-run single in this game. He's 1 for 2. Checks the swing. Curveball's in the dirt. Strike 1 and 38 runs batted in. Again, is not second on the team. That graphic is incorrect more than it's right. Pulls the changeup foul. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And it is a lazy fly ball the other way. Reggie makes the catch for out number 2. Nice play by Reggie Jackson.
Now batting, number 39.
So the leadoff man is up again, Max Lukulich. He is 2 for 3. He's 2 singles and a run scored. And that's right at Reggie, who barely has to move. The side is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Toussaint. And at the end of 4, the score is 13-5. Bronx Knights lead. So we go to the top of the 5th. MJ Melendez is 0 for 1. He steps in against Eli Ramos.
Melendez.
In there, strike 1. Out in front of the split finger, count is 0-2. And that's a deep drive in the gap, right center, but it is playable by Lukulich. He makes the catch for out number 1. So, man, Hanley Ramirez steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a solo home run in the 3rd. And that's a deep drive into Death Valley off the top of the wall. It gets past the fielder, but he decides to stay at second. Smart decision. Could have made 3rd, but with 1 out, he has a stand-up double. Hanley Ramirez does, and here's the replay. Came off the wall hard, and they misplayed it. So, in any event, Sean Root is up. He singled in his first at-bat. He is 1 for 2. Pitches low, ball 1. Slide it in there, strike 1, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Low ball 2, count is 2-1. So runner leads off second. There's 1 out here in the top of the 5th. He's struggling. Pitches foul, count evens at 2-2. So Eli Ramos is struggling, but they just want to give him 5 innings so that he can be the one who's eligible for the win. Pulls the fastball. Counts. Remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the 5th. Ground ball grabbed by Ramos. Throws across. Out number 2. The runner will advance to third base.
Now back, left fielder.
So next up is Yordan Alvarez, 1 for 2 with a solo home run. Oh, check that, a 2-run home run in the first. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 98 on the radar gun. Yordan Alvarez has 23 home runs on the White Sox. That leads the team. Slider inside, swings and misses. Count is 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the side is retired. He's pitched 5 innings, 4.5 innings of baseball. It's the Bronx Knights 13, the Chicago White Sox 5. So we go through the bottom of the 5th. John Mattingly is up. The lefty is warming up in the White Sox bullpen. Donnie Baseball's 1 for 2. Single. This is the 3rd inning of work for Toussaint. Outside corner, strike 1. Brian Flynn is warming in the White Sox bullpen. And he jams him. Right there is the shortstop who makes the catch. Out number 1.
Now back, second
So next up is Chris Ramos. He's 1 for 2 with a double. He scored twice. And he pops him up in the infield. First baseman is there. He makes the catch. Giambi does. Out number 2. Toussaint has settled it down a little. So Michael O'Rourke is 2 for 3. Again, he has a home run, a double, and he has 4 runs batted in this game. In there, strike 1. Now, 28 doubles is second on the team. So that's correct. Out in front of the curveball, count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Toussaint has him off balance in these past couple innings. Pitch is low, count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just gets a piece of the high fastball, chase the pitch, stays alive, count is 1 and 2 on the left fielder. In the dirt, count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouls off the 2-seamer. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Base is empty here in the bottom of the 5th. 13-5 lead for the Knights. And that is a line drive which will at the very least make it 1 hop to the fence. It's going to be a double for Michael O'Rourke, his 3rd hit of the game. And with 2 outs, he has his 29th double of the season, and he is in scoring position. Salazar is up. He's 2 for 3. He's got a homer and a double himself. 3 runs batted in. Chance for his 4th is on second base right now. Pitch is outside, ball 1. It's possible that Toussaint is reaching his limit. This is his 3rd inning.
No.
Outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Ball.
3 balls, no strikes. Will he have the green light? I highly doubt it. On the edge, strike 1. So hitters count on Jacob. Runner is O'Rourke leading off second. There's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And he fouls it off, so the count will go full. Just got a piece of that changeup. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner off second. Did he go? No, he did not. It's ball 4. So he walks him. Runners will be at first and second with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 38.
So let's see. Did he break his wrists? Did the bat cross the plate? No, it did not. Pitcher's low. So next up is Benny LoCicero. Benny is 1 for 2 with a double. He has 75 runs batted in. Pitches outside ball 1. And it looks like Toussaint has just begun to lose his control. He's up to now 26 pitches.
Ball.
Outside, 2-0.
2-0 to count.
He needs a mound visit. Runners lead off first and second. And he pops him up. Left side in foul territory. He makes the catch, Chris Bryant does. And the side is retired. So, end of 5 innings, it's an official game. Knights lead 13-5. Okay, before Reggie Jackson comes up, manager bullpen going to have Argios warm up, and this will be the last inning he pitches no matter what. In there, strike 1. Ground ball, base hit through the box and through. He has the leadoff man is Reggie Jackson here in the top of the 6th. Fell asleep at the wheel. I should have had a lefty warming up in the bullpen.
Jason Giambi.
Manager, mound visit. Not a lot of energy, but plenty of confidence. Jason Giambi had a solo home run in the 4th. It was basically the shot that hit the foul pole. That was 1 and 2. And that is a pop-up, shallow left field. O'Rourke is there. He makes the catch for out number 1. Nomar Mazara is 0 for 2. Steps in. Breaking ball in there, strike 1. Swing and a miss at the circle change. Count is quickly 0 and 2. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ball.
Count evens at 2 and 2.
Playing 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chris Bryant's on deck. 1 out, runner at first. And he fouls off the fastball. He'll do it again. Count is still 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he pulls the foul up the first base line. Up the first base line again. He's fighting him. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Here in the top of the 6th. Oh, he slices it down the line, and it will go foul. He almost hit a 2-run shot the other way. And he grounds it again up the first base line. He refuses. This is pitch number 11 in this at bat. Up the first base line again, foul again. Here comes pitch number 12. He hits it foul again. Here comes pitch number 13. Inside corner, strike 3. He is out. He does not like the call. That's strikeout number 5 for Ramos. Chris Bryant has a solo home run in this game. He's up with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Checks his swing. The circle change with the umpire called it a strike. Quickly, it's 0 and 2. And he grounds it to Saps, who tosses it second for the force, and the side is retired. So, after 5.5 innings of baseball, the score remains 13-5. is all. As Matt Termini prepares to hit, we'll go to the manager's office in the bullpen. And lefty, lefty, righty, Jesse Biddle, Caleb Smith. Put Caleb Smith in there. And Caleb is going to pitch. So, Matt Termini's 1 for 3. He's up there in the bottom of the 6th to lead off the inning. Pitch is low. Toussaint is still out there. Surprising. He's been having trouble with his control. Count is high. 2 balls and no strikes on the third baseman, Termini. And he swings and misses. Swings at ball 3. His count is 2-1. Again, swings at a ball. Could be ball 4, but its count is even at 2-2. A big lead like this can make hitters anxious. Out in front. Strike 3, and there's 1 away. Matt Saps is 2 for 3. He's got a home run and 3 runs batted in on the game. And he pulls the changeup foul for strike number 1. Outside, count is 1 ball and 1 strike on today's shortstop. Usually Saps plays designated hitter. Some little bit of short, little third, little second base. 2 balls and 1 strike. Inside, hitters count 3 balls, 1 strike. Anthony Millo is on deck. And he pops him up behind the plate. Catcher is there to make the catch, out number 2. So Anthony Millo is 1 for 3. He has a 2-run single. His average is up to 240. It's probably the high water mark of the season for him. Fouls off the high fastball, strike there. And this one is high. It is far. It is gonzo. That is home run number 8, a solo shot for Anthony Millo. It is a Millo time, ladies and gentlemen. It's 14-5. That's his second hit of the ball game. Boom! So the lineup turns over. Max Luklich is 2 for 4, 2 singles tonight. That's a line drive up the middle, base hit. Now he's got 3 singles. That's again another 2-out hit. Seems like when it's 2 outs is when the Bronx Knights seem to bear down. Next up is Donnie Baseball. He's 1 for 3. He has scored 2 runs today. And this one is a shallow fly ball to center. Sean Root is there. He makes the catch to retire the side. So they do get a run on the solo shot by Anthony Millo. And at the end of 6 innings of baseball, it's the Bronx Knights 14, Chicago White Sox 5. So we go to, we're going to change pitcher, sorry about that. In relief is Caleb Smith. He's making his 27th appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 4-0 with a 1.64 earned run average. And stepping in there in the top of the 7th, Josh Van Meter. He's 0 for 2.
The second baseman, Josh Van Meter.
Oops. Pitch is low, ball 1.
1-0.
He fouls off the slider. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. High strike, but strike nonetheless. Count is 1 and 2 on Van Meter. Swing and a miss, and that's 1 out here in the 7th.
Up next for the White
Was it a
Sox,
strike?
the catcher.
Yep.
MJ.
So next up is MJ Melendez, the catcher. It's 0 for 2. Pitches at the knees for strike 1. The score is Bronx Knights leading 14-5 here in this first game of a 3-game set at Classic Yankee Stadium. Hard ground ball to Matthew Saps at short, and he makes the play for out number 2.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
So with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th, Hanley Ramirez is up. He's 2 for 3 with a home run. And it's a sharp line drive to the first base side. Strike 1. Line drive to right. LoCicero is there. He makes the catch. Side retired. Get up and stretch, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the 7th inning stretch. The Bronx Knights lead by 8. Wait, 14-5. Lead by 9. Check that, 9. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. In relief comes Brian Flynn, making his 48th appearance. He's 4 and 2 with a 3.20 earned run average. And leading off for the Knights is the second baseman, Chris Ramos. The left-hander is warming in the White Sox bullpen. Chris is 1 for 3 with a double. He has scored twice. Switch hitter batting from the right side against the lefty Flynn. Inside off the plate, ball 1. Fouls off the fastball, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. So this is the first game of the second half. The last game I played was actually the All-Star game. My intention is to play every inning of every game of this 162-game schedule of a created franchise called the Bronx Knights. Ground ball through the middle, a base hit to lead off the bottom of the 7th. And Ramos has 2 hits for the ball game. Right up the middle. Next up is the left fielder, Michael O'Rourke. He has a home run today. He's 3 for 4. He has 4 runs batted in. Checks the swing, pitches low, ball 1. Ramos leads off first. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. And he pops it up in the infield. The catcher, Melendez, right in front of the plate, makes the catch for out number 1.
The batter, number 3, designated hitter.
Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, 2 for 3. He has a home run. Has 3 RBIs in this blowout. 1 out here in the 7th. And that's a line drive. And it will be in there and will go all the way to the wall. Ramos makes the turn at third. He is heading home. The throw to the plate is not in time. It is an RBI triple. Or will they give Salazar a double and he advanced to third on the... Yeah, no, they gave him a triple. So it's Salazar's 5th triple, an RBI triple, to make the score 15-5. It is a 10-run lead for the Bronx Knights. So Benny LoCicero, the right fielder, steps up. He's runner at third with less than 2 outs. He's 1 for 3 today. And he fouls the 2-seamer back to the screen, strike 1. So the Bronx Knights are in first place. I wedged them into the American League West division. Pitches low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. They took the place of the Houston Astros, and they're in first place after the All-Star break. Pitches inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. They have like a 6-game lead on the Seattle Mariners in the division. Hitters count, 3 balls, 1 strike, only 1 out here. Runner leads off third. Here comes the pitch. Oh, and that one hits right at Reggie Jackson, but he will tag. And the throw to the plate is not in time. It's An RBI sac fly for LoCicero, and the score is now 16-5. It's absolutely a high watermark for runs for this season. In case you're wondering, I'm playing it on All-Star, and I've lost like 30 games. I'm 63-34 on All-Star. Oh boy, high and deep for Matt Termini. He is at the track, the wall, he leaps. It is gonzo, ladies and gentlemen. That is a solo home run for Matthew Termini, his 7th of the season. And the score is 17-5. Oh yeah! Let's watch this replay. Boom! I never score this many runs. I'm going to enjoy this. So, Matthew Saps, the shortstop, 2 for 4. He has a home run. Pitches low, ball 1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Saps is 2 for 4. 2-0. Brian Flynn is a little gun shy, trying to nibble. 3-0 count. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. I don't swing on 3-0. At the knees, strike 1. Hitters count, though. The shackles are off. But it's low, ball 4. And the slaughter continues. So they have a base runner with 2 outs.
Now batter.
Free pass.
Number 43.
So Anthony Millo, 2 for 4 himself. 2 homer, a single, 3 runs batted in. He is the catcher. He bats 9th. And he pulls the 2-seamer foul. Strike 1. Actually, hold on a second. Manager's office, bullpen. Righty, lefty, lefty. You know what? Telly, I'm going to schedule to put him in the game. Okay, so pitching change over the next half inning. Line drive down the first base line and will roll all the way to the 314 sign. He's going to make his way into second. Throw to second is not in time. And there will be runners at second and third on Anthony Millo's 15th double of the season. Just slaps it over the head of the first baseman, Jason Giambi, and down into the right field corner. And he does not hesitate. He doesn't have a lot of speed. He's the catcher. But he makes it. So, 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. And finally, they change the pitcher. James Pazos, making his 51st appearance out of the bullpen. His record is 7-2 with a 4.29 earned run average. And he will face the leadoff man, Max Lukulich, who's 3 for 5 with 3 singles today. Pitches outside ball 1. So if he hits a single, he'll have 2 runs batted in, most likely. Slow roller. Will he beat it out? He's the fastest runner on the team, and he does not. The side is mercifully retired. But at the end of 7, the Bronx Knights score 4 runs and now lead 17-5. Right now you're wondering, why doesn't he just simulate the rest of this game and be done with it? Well, it's my intention to play every inning of every game of a 162-game schedule just because it's the lockdown, and that's just what I'm doing. Telly Argios, 13th. He's coming out of the bullpen. He's 4-5. He has bounced back and forth between the starting rotation and the bullpen. He has not found a home. Pitches at the knees for strike 1. And it is a lazy fly ball to right. And there's 1 away. So, starter comparison. Obviously, Eli Ramos was not on his game today, but he certainly outpitched Tanner Tully, as you can see. Eli will certainly get the win, and he will emerge 14-2. 14 wins will lead the American League in wins here as we start the second half of the season. So, out number 2. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 8th, Reggie Jackson steps up. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Score is 17-5 here in this first game of a 3-game set against the Chicago White Sox. Oh, that's gone. It's 17-6. Off the facing of the second deck, Reggie Jackson hits his solo shot, his 19th homer of the season. Let's look at the replay. Mr. October. Was it the second deck or the... Oh, check that. Facing of the upper deck. So, Jason Giambi steps up. Solo homer in the fourth. He's 1 for 3. In there, strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss.
No ball.
Inside. Count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes on Giambi. And that is a line drive. And he makes the catch. Shoestring catch for O'Rourke. Nice play. And the side is retired. So we go to the bottom of the 8th. Chicago does score 1 on the solo home run, but they're losing by 11. So, Don Mattingly, first baseman, Donnie Baseball. He's only 1 for 4 in this game with a single. James Pazos is in his second inning of work. Swing and a miss at the sinker, strike one. Nasty pitch for a left-hander. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Attendance 41,366 here in Classic Yankee Stadium. Not a sellout. Classic Yankee Stadium could fit like 54,000 people in it. Pitch is low. Count is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he pops him up in the infield on the left side. Third baseman makes the catch. Out number 1. That's Chris Bryant. Chris Ramos, 2 for 4 today. He scored 3 times. Hasn't driven in any runs, but he has been on the bases. Pitch is outside, ball 1.
1-0.
And he pulls it into the seats. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike on Chris Ramos.
That's the ball.
Count is 2-1. Fouls off the sinker. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And it is a ground ball to the shortstop. And he throws him out for the second out. Easy play, routine. Michael O'Rourke's 3 for 5. Homer, 2 doubles, 4 runs batted in. He has the average up to 342 on the season. And he skies it the other way. Easy play for the right fielder. Checked at the left fielder. And the side is retired. 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the 9th. Last licks for the Chicago White Sox. They need 11 to tie. Will they do it? I hope not. So, Nomar Mazar is 0 for 3. Argios is still out there pitching. In there, strike one. No reason to waste anybody else in the bullpen. See if we can get through this inning. Over the top of the split finger. Count is quickly 0-2. High strike. He doesn't like the call. There's 1 away here in the 9th. Chris Bryant is up. He's 1 for 3. Curveball misses outside, ball 1. And that is a drive to the gap. Left center field. Lukelich is there. He makes the catch. Out number 2, and the Chicago White Sox are down to their final out. Josh Van Meter is 0 for 3. And he pops it up in the infield. Termini is there. He makes the catch. Side retired. Ball game over. Bronx Knights win 17-6. So they blow out the Chicago White Sox in this first game of the 3-game set at Classic Yankee Stadium. The winning pitcher is Eli Ramos. Just to do this the right way, Bronx Knights 17 runs, 20 hits, no errors. Chicago White Sox 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Like I said before, Eli Ramos is the winner. He's 14-2. Tanner Tully is the loser. I have no idea what his record is. And the player of the game honor goes to Jacob Salazar, the shortstop, who was 3 for 4 with a homer and a double and a triple. Check that, a triple. Sure, he also had 3 RBIs. No, I'm sorry, he had 4 runs batted in. So that is a presentation of Bronx Knights baseball. The second half of the season has begun. That's probably win number 65, if I'm not mistaken, for the Bronx Knights. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you again soon. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out so much. Please, por favor, por favor. All right, have a great night, and see you again soon.